Okay, we're going to try this one more time. Looks like my Bluetooth headset is on, so we should be getting audio, hopefully. I control it with my phone right now because for some reason my phone won't find the camera. But we've pre-flighted the airplane, which means we've done the oil check, the fuel check, cleaned the windscreen, walked around, made sure everything looks good, ailerons, all the connection points, things of that nature. We've got a whole big list of things that we've done. So we did that, so we are ready to go. We'll do primer. We did 3 to 5 already. Strokes on the primer. Let me just turn this off because I don't need this. I'll put it on 4 flight. There we go. Um, Throttle a little bit open. We did. We'll do the mags on both and the battery master on, and then we'll call for clear. Clear prop! We'll wait a few minutes. Nobody's running out. Everything looks good. Look at that. Starts up real nice. Okay. Well, I go below 1,000 right now. Test, test. Okay, looks like the radio's working. Engine turn by hand, or ignition switch on, control back. Okay. And then we'll check the pressure. Oil temperature looks a little low, but it's coming up. Oil pressure is pegged, so oil pressure is good. We'll do our timer so we know how much fuel we got left. So we'll start our timer. Our 4th flight is all set. We got one plane up here at 3,000 feet above us. That's not an issue for us. Don't know what he is, but we're good. And then it looks like we'll go up to 01NK, which is Granville. No, that's private. We're not going there. We're not going to the private field. Let's go up to Argyle, which is 1C3. There we go. We got it in our 4 flight now. We're going to try to fly by looking out the window instead of using our 4 flight. So, temperature should come up a little bit. Pressure looks good. Warm up. And takeoff. Okay, great. So let's set our altimeter for 510 feet. Our RPMs look good. We'll check our gauges. Gauge is good here. Voltmeter's a little bit low. We're getting a new battery. Temperature is starting to come up. Pressure looks good. Airspeed is 0, and our compass looks good. Flight controls, back and forth, side to side. Checking our flight controls. We'll check that. There we go. Turn on our 4 flight, and then we'll taxi over to runway 23, and we'll let people know that we're going. Cambridge traffic, yellow champ, taxi runway 23, Cambridge. Okay, stick back, feet off the brakes, hand on the throttle. Feel our rudder pedals going back and forth. Give a little bit of there we go, and we're taxiing. It took a little bit to get that tail wheel straight. The tail wheel's kind of stuck sideways a little bit. Keep an eye on our wingtips when we're taxiing. We're looking around, we're listening. I don't see anybody. I don't hear anybody. There's Scott and his vagabond over there. He just came in, says it's real nice out there. We got a little bit of a wind coming down this runway, which should be fine. Looks like we're getting a wind right in front of us, right down the runway, so that'll be perfect. Let's check our weather. That's going to get our wind eventually. Okay, so we're here. The end of the runway on 23. We're looking around. We don't see anybody. Let's do our run up. So we do a cigars is what we do. Controls, right? So back and forth. We already checked them, but we'll check them again. There's no harm in checking twice. Instruments. Okay, we got our RPM looks good. Our altimeter is set for 510. Volts look good. Our turn and bank coordinator looks good. Oil temperature is still coming up a little bit. Oil pressure is still pegged up high. It'll be good. And it looks like we're at 23 in the compass, or 25 in the compass, but it'll come back to 23. And our airspeed is at 0. Oil temperature, gas, our fuel is on. Primer and lock. The quantity looks like we're between full and 3/4. Altimeter is set. Run up to 1500 RPMs. We'll check our bags. Okay? So we get our feet on brakes. Bring our throttle up to 15. We'll go down 2 on the mags. 1, 2. A little bit of a drop. Still running. Back to both. Back down to left mag. A little bit of drop. Still running. Back to both. Test our carb heat. Got a reduction in RPMs. We'll back it all the way out. Make sure it's still running with the carb heat because we don't need it to stall. Still running. Carb heat in. RPM picks up just a little bit. Back with that. And our run up is complete. That's our cigars. Okay. Run up. Seatbelts and trim for takeoff. Doors and windows. We'll keep this window open because I like the window open when we're flying. Okay, so we're all set for that. We'll put this in here. And then we'll keep an eye on our instruments, pressures, everything else. Everything looks good. Got a little bit of crosswind correction. It's mostly coming straight down the runway, but a little tiny bit from the left. So we'll need to correct a little bit left when we're taking off and where we're going here. I'm looking around. I don't see anybody here. And then we'll go up to Argyle, we'll land at Argyle, and bop around and have a little fun today. We'll see how it goes. Our radio is set at Cambridge, and we're ready to go. Cambridge traffic, yellow champ, departing runway 23, Cambridge. Okay, stick is full back. Take our feet off. Stay active on the rudders. We'll give it some fuel, give it some gas. We'll give full throttle, point it straight down the runway. Stick forward, get that tail up. We'll watch our airspeed. We got 50, we got 55, and we're ready to fly. There we are. Awesome. I'm gonna close this because it's. We'll climb at 60. Keep an eye on our oil temperature and our oil pressure. Full throttle climb for now. We'll get it up. We'll go once around the pattern. Just to make sure everything's working right. I like to go once around the pattern just to make sure that we get some altitude coming out of here. The engine feels like it's running good. That's 70 at full throttle. We're doing pretty well. We got it up all the way to almost 900 feet already. Which in reality, because our elevation is 500, it's only 400 over. So we're at 1,000 feet. We can start reducing the... Now we'll keep the throttle in because I'm going to continue to climb. So I'll continue to climb. We're looking around. I don't see anybody. I don't see anybody on our ADS-B, on our preflight. Doing 70, 80 miles an hour. That's pretty good. Up to 1,200. We'll continue to climb. And then we'll exit the pattern to the northwest. And we'll head over to Argyle. Looking around, everything looks good. Temperature looks good. Pressure looks good. It's a little bit bumpy, but that's okay. And we're at 1,300 feet, so we could bring our RPMs down. Looking down at the runway down there. Looks good. Bring it down to 23.5. And we trim the aircraft. And then off we go to Cambridge. Or off we go to Argyle. Cambridge traffic, yellow champ departing the area to the northwest, Cambridge. Excellent. And we're up. My watch is yelling at me for a loud environment, but that's good that I have these headset on. So I'm sure that you guys can hear that, but the problem with being on the same frequency, CTAF frequency, is you got to listen carefully to figure out what airport they're landing at. A lot of times you can tell by the runways. We got a little bit of a bump up here. A little bumpy, but that's okay. Oil pressure is still high. Oil temperature is coming up, so that's good. We're up to 1,600 feet. We don't need to go much higher than this. And off to Argyle we go. A little uncoordinated. Let's get coordinated. So we're trimmed pretty well. We got pretty much hands-off flying right now. We're still gaining altitude a little bit, so we can trim it down just a little tiny bit. And there we are over Casiuna. No, that's not Casiuna yet. That is Lake something. What is this lake? Of course, it doesn't get bigger. Geez, I think he's saying Sky Acres. It's kind of hard to tell. Maybe I'll be able to tell when we play this back. It's a beautiful day. It is a gorgeous day. Look at all these green trees and green lawns. It's just gorgeous up here. We're doing all at about 85, 87 miles an hour. We're at 1,700 feet. I don't like to go much higher. A little bit of a bump over the lake, but that's okay. And we're keeping our eyes outside of the airplane. Always looking around to see what's going on. Boy, it is bumpy up here now. Woo, you feel us getting bumped around? Turn up the volume a little bit on there, see if maybe I can hear them a little bit better. Okay, let's look for a notch. We'll fly over the top. We're heading towards Glens Falls right now, but I don't want to go to Glens Falls. I'll continue to go to Argyle. The nice part about flying over here is there's a lot of green fields, which is perfect. So if something happens, you're always looking at worst case scenario. This plane's been running really well. Knock on wood, it continues to run really well. We're always looking for opportunities. We'll fly up over here. I see Casiuna. I see a little swamp ahead of it. So we fly up over Casiuna and over to Argyle. And we glance down to our preflight, make sure it doesn't look like anybody's around us. We're always looking for traffic. Temperature's now up to about 83 miles an hour. We're at 1,800, 1,805. I don't want to go much higher than this. I like keeping it kind of low. We're at 23.5 at our RPM, so that's good. I'll fly over the top of Casiuna. Camera's still blinking red, so it looks like it's recording. So that's good. I don't see any other traffic in the sky. I don't see any other traffic on my preflight. So that's good. Let's fly over the top of Casiuna. This is a beautiful lake. I don't know if you see a lot of boats. There's a little boat out there now, I think. And a lot of times see some kayakers out there. It's a beautiful day. A little bit hazy. For some reason, my watch is not bringing in the weather. I don't know, maybe I don't have service now? It looks like I got 2 bars of service. There we go, Albany. Let's see if that'll reflect on my watch now. So 1,800 over Casa Una. There's a couple little boats out there. I don't see much. I'm looking at the water, though, and you can kind of see the little ripples on the water, which means there's a little bit of a wind there. We're going to get bounced around a little bit today, but that's okay. It should be fine. Keeping my eyes open for winds. This is a beautiful day to fly. There's a guy fishing down there. Got a fishing boat. What time is it? 9:05. Oh, there's a lot of boats out today. Well, it is Sunday morning, so I suppose it's a good day to go boating. It's a beautiful lake. I like that little, island there. I don't know if you can see it. It's unusually got a swimming pool on the island. Huh. I'm not sure why I would put a swimming pool on an island next to a lake if you got lakefront property. For me, I would probably just want to swim in the lake. There's an interesting lake over here. I like that one. That's a nice little lake. It's higher in elevation. It's just sort of rainwater catching it. Casa Una is a great lake, though. It's got a little island in the middle of it over here, too. I'm looking around. I see over here is going to be Glens Falls. The airport is over there as well. And we're only about 2 miles outside Argyle, so we'll make our call and let them know that we're coming in. 129, so we're still in frequency. We'll reduce it down to 2,000 RPM and let them know. About 2 miles. Argyle traffic, yellow champ, 2 miles to the southeast, inbound Argyle. You know, I didn't do the carb heat. 10 seconds of carb heat before I take off. Didn't do that. Okay, let's keep our eyes open here. We'll start seeing the field. We're quite a bit above it, so let's put our carb heat on since we're going down anyway. We're descending, I should say. There's the church. So I can usually see the airfield from the church because you got to fly over the church to land. And so I think we're pointed right at it right now. Yep. Okay, so let's double check our runways for Argyle. They're going to be 21 and 03. 21 and 03. I'm going to enter the downwind for 21. Where the wind is. Argyle traffic, yellow champ, 45 to downwind for 21, Argyle. There's that ridge. And we'll enter the downwind for 21. Let's see anybody there. We'll keep it at about 1,000 feet. We're doing 80, so we'll put the nose up a little bit, slow it down. It looks like we're doing a little bit there, so let's go land on 3. Let's land on 3. Argyle traffic, yellow champ, crosswind 3, Argyle. We keep it about 1,000 feet. We're at 80 miles an hour. That's a beautiful runway. Pre-landing checklist, gas. Engages. Looks good. Undercarriage. Got it locked on. No, I'm going the wrong way. I gotta go around, back down, and then, because it's coming in this way, so I'm gonna do a loop around. We gotta land on 2-1. Wind's coming right down 2-1. So keep it at that, right? Undercarriage, right? Make sure F flaps, we don't have flaps. And S is seatbelts. Power P is power, S is seatbelts. Okay, I don't see anybody around here. Argyle traffic, yellow champ, crosswind 2-1, Argyle. Ooh, got a little bit of wind here, I can feel it. Of course, I'm losing a little altitude, I don't want to necessarily be that low. Let's keep an eye on airspeed, we want to keep it around 60. 65. Argyle traffic, yellow champ, downwind 2-1, Argyle. Okay, we're gonna bring the power back to 1500. Keep an eye on airspeed. A little bit of a drop here, so put a little power in. 2000. Argyle traffic, yellow champ, base final 2-1, Argyle. We're at 70, looks pretty good. Got it lined up, we'll bring it in. 75. We'll slip it in, throw it sideways. There we go. Straight. There we go, level off. Hold it off. A little bit of a bounce there. There we go. Carb is off. Well, that was a bounced landing. That's okay. Our brake will come around. Argyle traffic, yellow champ, back taxi, runway 21. Argyle. It's a little breezy. That's good practice, though. Stick back as we're taxiing. Make sure our carb heat is off. Should we go over to Glens Falls? Maybe we should go to Glens Falls. What's Glens Falls on? They are on ASOS 119.925. And then 123.0 for the CTAF. There we go. We got wind straight down the runway, so we should be fine. Oh, that's loud. 122.9, and then 123.0. 23.0, that's a pretty easy jump. 122.9, 123.0. That's a 119.925. Nope, not getting anything there. 12900. Oh, I got 122.9. There we go, 122.9. Okay, so let's go. Carpet on for 10 seconds. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008, 1009, 1010. Carpet off. Argyle traffic, yellow champ on departing runway 21. Argyle. Stick full back. Carpet is off. Feet on the rudders. Stick forward, bring the tail up. Keep an eye on my airspeed, a little bit of a correction. We got 50. We're ready to fly. There we go. Pressure looks good, temperature looks good. Continue to climb. A little bit of a bouncy wind, but it's not too bad.